Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Manager 2023. It's time for the 5th episode of the Celtic Save. Today we are jumping right back into the thick of things because the last episode we had a derby and we had a Champions League game. This episode we've got a derby and a Champions League game. It's all very thick and fast at the moment. Right then, as always, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get back into Football Manager, shall we? Not an awful lot has happened since the last time we played yesterday's video. If you haven't seen yesterday's video or any of the opening episodes, I urge you to go back and check them out. But not much has happened. There was only one game that I played off camera. I'll quickly bring that up on screen for you. It was against Livingston, and as you can see here, we kind of struggled. It was a hard game. We did rotate quite heavily. As you'll see, the team isn't quite the 11 that I've been used to playing. There was some good performances though. However, Livy made it difficult. And I don't know if it was European hangover. I don't know if it was the rotation and players playing together for the first time. But we had to leave it late. Jota, with 10 minutes to go, found the winner at Celtic Park in a 2-1 win against Martindale's side. So Livingston in this proving a difficult outfit as well. But this has been our overall start to the season, and we've been playing really well. Kyogo has now started getting in the goals as well, which is nice to see. He's scored 2 in his last 2, so hopefully he can be big in this episode, because today we've got 2 massive games. We've got AC Milan in the Champions League, and we're also going to be playing Rangers in the quarter-final of the League Cup. That's going to be at Ibrox. After we battered them 6-2 in the last episode, can we go to Ibrox and do something similar? It's a big ask, but we certainly will try. We've also got St Mirren in between it. We'll play them off screen, so I don't want to play. If I play 3 games, we'll be here all night. Trust me, you don't want me to sit and play 3 games. So we'll play that off screen, and we'll get the 2 big games on camera for you. I mean, look at the schedule right now. It's just big games all over the place. It's going to be a difficult run. We've seen it in real life. We're seeing it in game now. And in regards to the team, as we know, we're still missing Giacomakis. Still a few players that aren't able to play in the Champions League due to my poor registration skills. But we should be fine. I'm confident. I'm feeling good. 3, 2, 1. One thing that I want to talk about so far this season is our team stats. We've been conceding quite a few. We've got the 3rd best defensive record in the league. We should be first. And in yellow cards, we've got 19 in the opening 7 games of the season. Ridiculous. I don't know what is happening in terms of our kind of, tackling and such, but I'm going to tell us to stay on our feet for a little bit longer because we need to be fucking disciplined. It's poor. And one thing in the last episode, if you watched, you'd realise is Joe Hart was very frustrating. It wasn't good at all. He was letting in howlers. That continued against Livingston. In fact, he was the goal that he conceded early on in the game wasn't great goalkeeping from Joe Hart. So I have started the search for a goalkeeper. For example, Dominic Livakovic is someone who I'm very interested in, valued at 10 million though, probably not going to be realistic, but he is the guy that I'd like the most. We'll wait and see, but we are going to look for keepers. If you've got ideas, let me know. I think we'll let Hart have this season, but going into the second season of this, Joe Hart cannot be the starting goalkeeper. As much as I love him, you know that in this game, he seems to be, handless. It seems like he hasn't got the limbs of the hand. So, yeah. Anyway, it's time for the first game of the episode. We're taking on AC Milan in the Champions League. Massive game. Obviously, that first Champions League game was dramatic. We had to go through tactical change. We'd done our tactical changes. And in the end, we ended up drawing 2-2 with Bayer Leverkusen after being 2-0 down, which was insane. But today we've got AC Milan. I'm going to go slightly more defensive because we are at the San Siro, and we'll see how this tactic fares. I'm going to pick a team. We'll see you heading into the game. Start singing the anthem in your heads because I can't play it for you. Right, here we are. The Champions League graphics on screen. There's the AC Milan side we're going up against, which is a good team, to say the least. And I made a couple of changes going into this champion. Well, one main change, and that is I've got Jota on the left, and I'm starting Abada on the right-hand side because he was massive against Leverkusen. So Haksabanovic has been dropped to the bench today. Kyogo up front over Unyao. So a couple of big changes. The anthem is playing. Let's do this. Can we get a massive result, a historic result at the San Siro? This is actually one of the games that I wanted in real life because the San Siro, of course, won't be standing much longer as they intended to knock it down. We've got a chance, though. Juranovic on the 11th minute has a free kick. Nice pass for Kyogo. We're up. We're leading. We're 1-0 up at the San Siro. That is what What a set piece. That is tactical genius from like, I didn't do much, but Juranovic slips at Kyogo, the first time pass to McGregor, a tidy wee finish, and 13 minutes into the game, Celtic have the lead against the Italian champions at the San Siro. Is this the day that we win away? I don't want to get my hopes up to, oh no. Oh, Kyogo wants to come off, he's got a tight hamstring. He got the assist and everything. I was looking forward to seeing what he could do in this game. It's fine, we've got Unal. We just need to hope he stays on, stays fit. It's our first change we've been forced into very early on in the game, but we're in a good position, and hopefully if Unal gets a chance he'll score it. But here go Milan anyway, because they'll want something. They'll need to equalise. Tonali from range. I genuinely thought Joe Hart caught that and walked into the net with it. But a good save nonetheless, because it was a decent effort from Sandro Tonali. That wasn't too bad. Sandro Tonali, an FM legend. If you know, you know. But it's coming up half-time, by the way, and we haven't put in the worst shift. We see that in the results just now, because we're 1-0 up at half-time, which is a very good position to be in. I'm going to say I'm happy, because I am. Am I going to make any changes yet? No. We're going to just jump into the second half. I'm thinking about maybe going a little bit more cautious, but why change if it's working? You know what I mean? This is the problem with me. Like, if something's working, I don't want to change it. But then maybe I should go cautious. I think it's nearly time for subs anyway. We're probably going to make a couple. Corner for Milan. Benasser swings it in. Come on, boys. Hernandez. It's an equaliser. Was it onside? I think it might be getting checked. The referee is blowing his whistle. He's going to VAR. Will it stand? It was Tomori who scored it, I think. It's been disallowed. Come on, God bless him. I wanna VAR. Oh, he's a mile offside. Look at that. Can fit an X19 in there, fuck's sake. Right, okay, we're still in a decent position. A one shot on target has happened to be a goal so far. We should make subs. 20 minutes to go. I still don't know about going cautious. Like, I think naturally I should, but I don't want to, and I'm scared to make subs as well, I must admit. We're going to bring on Sayad. And I'm going to move Jota onto the right-hand side. And I might bring on Moy for Hatate. And apart from that, I don't really want to make any other changes. Because defensively, it looks like we've been good enough. We've been holding on well here. There's not been a lot of highlights. But we are still 1-0 up at the San Siro with 15 minutes to go. There's a highlight coming now. Carter Vickers. Jota was in a lot of space on that right-hand side. But he's ran right into Theo Hernandez. You dumpling. You absolutely... Would Abada have done that? Probably. Here is Theo Hernandez though, and if we concede from that, I'll be really annoyed, because Jota had so much time and space. Origi, Giroud makes it 1-0. Bastards. 15 minutes to go, and it comes from just stupidity on that right hand side. Jota running right into Theo Hernandez. Good defending, to be fair, but we switch off defensively as well. Look, it's a good tackle, but maybe he shouldn't dive and leave Giroud in the space. I don't know. 1-0. That's annoying. 15 minutes we were from it. God, there's a highlight straight from kickoff. I swear, if they go up 2-1 in the space of seconds, I will be raging. I'll be absolutely raging. Haksabanovic gives it away. Can we win the ball back, please, Celtic? Come on. I know what second half we've really fell off a little bit, haven't we? Because we've not added to our stats too well, if at all, really. Whereas AC Milan have had chances. Here's Adam Moy, by the way. Haksabanovic. Go on, son. Haksabanovic shoots. It's right into the hands of Mignon. Not a good enough effort. It was too tame. 10 minutes to go. And it's Celtic who start the highlight again. Don't give it away here. Don't give it away in any daft areas. Carter Vickers finds Jota. Can he beat Hernandez this time? He kind of does, but the pass was poor. Jota's not had the greatest of games. I must admit, not had the greatest of games. I might take him off in a minute. Carter Vickers tries to send it over for Haksabanovic, but it's right into Sergio Dest's position. Starfelt done really well there, though, to win it back. Juranovic, we're hitting it long again. Not part of my tactic to hit it long, by the way. So I don't know why we're doing it, because it's not part of the tactic. I have played it short on. Short passing. Giroud's through again. He gives Giroud... Why are we hitting it long? I don't understand why they're hitting it long when it's in the tactic to play it short. We're going to have to try and chase now. If we're 1-0 up for such a long time, and then just stupidity has cost us. Right, okay. Jota's been poor. I think that we could probably... Can Haxa even play on the right? He can't really. Garnacho can though. Right, okay, Garnacho's coming on. We've got one more sub to make, but none of them are appealing to me. Like Johnston, good player, but we don't need a defender. Maida, I'm not going to take off any of the. I'm not taking off Haxar now. They didn't start the game, so I can't justify taking them off. But from 1-0 up, we've kind of buggered it. Let's confirm with the changes. Let's go more attacking. Let's just go for it. I'm going to try and fire the team up. That's all I can really do. We can only go for it now. There's no difference of losing 3-1 than 2-1. You know, we may as well give it a right good going for. But AC in the second half have been so dominant, and nobody going towards Origi there at all. Frustrating. Carter Vickers has had an absolute stinker. I'll be asked why I've not subbed them off, but you know, it is what it is now, and it's coming up to foot. Well, there's a chance. We're in the 92nd minute. There is a highlight coming. Will it be in our favour? Doesn't look like it. And Milan swing it in. Giroud, that's a big save from Joe Hart, to be fair. We're talking about Hart not making many saves or letting in stinkers. That was a massive save to kind of keep us in with a chance. I don't think we're going to get much. I'm just going to go very attacking for the final minutes of stoppage time. This is a really annoying game because I thought that we were going to see it out. And maybe I should have went cautious. Maybe this is my own fault, this one, for not changing it to cautious or even defensive to see out the game. Milan turn it around from 1-0 down. They win the game 2-1. Annoying, to say the least. How does that leave the groups? I'm not even doing I don't even want to see the press. We're bottom of the group. Bayer, Leverkusen, Sevilla drew, which kind of helps us, to be honest. Still a very open group here. But I'm annoyed about that game. Disappointing to say the least. And it's our first loss of the season, actually. Coming understandably away to the Italian champions. But do you know what? I think one thing that we've seen from the game is we didn't get battered. We kept ourselves very much in it. We kept ourselves in with a chance. And I'm all happy with the team's efforts, just like John has said in the press conference here. But, you know, maybe it's a lesson next time if we're in a good position to maybe set up defensively or a little bit more pragmatic. Yes, I know Ange would hate me for it, but it is what it is. Anyway, we've got a game against St Mirren on the 18th, which is this weekend. I'm going to go play that. I'll be back to you after it. And then we've got that big derby. Yes, another one. So, yeah, disaster. I wasn't recording this whole time. Luckily, we've not kicked off against Rangers yet, but I wasn't recording. You've missed quite the thing. So I left my camera on just in case anything happened. I know I said I was going to skip the St Mirren game, but something happened in the St Mirren game, and that something is that we lost. We lost 2-0. St Mirren dominated this start to finish. We couldn't get into the game, and just like real life, we lose that fixture against St Mirren 2-0. We were really, really bad, and somehow I must have double-clicked the record button, and I thought I was recording the whole time towards the end of the game and everything after that, but I've not been. So, cut a long story short, we lost. So, great episode so far. You know, it wouldn't be as interesting if I won all the time, I suppose. Who says I don't offer entertainment? But we have lost our first, drop points for the first time this season. We need to beat Rangers. We can't lose 3 games in an episode. I've never done that before. And that can't be the first time. We can't not make it to Hampden. We need to beat Rangers here at Ibrox. But as for the league table, this is how it looks. Rangers, obviously now, if they win their game in hand, will join us at top of the table. The way joint top, we'll probably be better on goal difference, but we have kind of opened the door for them a little bit, which is annoying. So yes, we need to beat them now in this League Cup quarter-final. My apologies that the record button wasn't on. Making sure it is now. It is. But yeah, it's time to take on Rangers in a game which actually I'm going into with a lot of animosity. I must admit, I'm very nervous because we have Unal, who's travelling to Turkey for the international trip. Don't know why players are flying away early and such, but here they are, so I can't do much about it. I'm also worried about fitness. You look at Vickers dying, Moy dying, Johnson dying, Starfelt dying, McGregor dying. Oh, but it's not real life, sadly. They can't just, you know, they should be able to end the game, but they can't just play every fucking second game without taking knocks and stuff. So, you know, we know we're missing Giacomakis as well, which means we only have Kyogo as the only fit striking option. And we've had to make a couple of changes. This is the team I'm going with. I am risking McGregor, but I need them in this team. This is a huge game. We need to beat them. We beat them 6-2 a couple of weeks ago. Can we repeat that at Ibrox? Probably not, but we need to at least win the game. And that's all I care about. So There's the Rangers team. Don't know how many changes from that one that played at Celtic Park, but there you go. McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Sands, Davies, Lundstrom, Kamara, Matondo, Tillman, Lawrence and Morelos. Now, there has been some change because I remember they played that Yilmaz fella at Celtic Park and they had Davies at centre half. So there's a change there. Lundstrom has came in for Yilmaz. But we need to win this. It's at Ibrox. It's our first time visiting here. So... we've lost 2 in a row, which is a bad run of form for Celtic. We cannot be putting up with that. So, we need to win here at Ibrox. If we go out the Cup in the quarter-final, I'd be really disappointed. My aim is to win a treble in the first season, and then it's looking to improve on what we can do in Europe. So I want to win a treble, and we have to win a treble by beating Rangers here at Ibrox at the quarter-finals of the League Cup. Not so far a successful episode. But so far, a successful start to the game. We've been all over Rangers to start with. So here we go. Here's Jota. McGregor swings one in. Haksabanovic is there. Just an inch wide from Haksabanovic. It was a really tasty ball in from McGregor. Domination from us to start the game. Can we somehow break the deadlock, though? That's the main thing for now. Here's O'Reilly. Can he move it out wide, maybe? He does. He moves it to Urav. It's a very poor touch from Urav. I don't know if the pass was too heavy or the touch was just that poor. But it was a real... Oh, no. Starfelt. Oh, good save from Benji Siegrist. Is Siegrist going to maybe... Is this the game for Siegrist to kind of step up and show that he should maybe be starting games? Potentially. Let me know what you think, comment section, because I think that Siegrist might be able to do... That was a massive save there. It has kept us from going 1-0 down. We've not... Hart has made a couple of big saves, don't get me wrong, but he's also let in a lot of stinkers. Once again, total control of the game right now, but we have not really done much in terms of troubling Rangers. And it looks as though it could be going into half-time at 0-0 here. We'll need to think about changes. Starfelt and McGregor, for example, they are knackered. They are absolutely knackered. I think I can give them maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to say I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I'm seeing. I think we've been too... I don't know. Well, I've not seen much. There's not been many highlights, but I can only imagine we've been a little bit too lackadaisical, which I'm not a big fan of, but we're going to have to think about taking Starfelt and McGregor off soon because they are, you know what, right now actually, they look knackered. They look absolutely knackered. I'm going to bring on Garnacho for the fresh legs down that side of the park. And as I said, Vickers isn't exactly in the greatest of conditions right now either, but we're going to have to use him. And we're going to have to bring on Moy for McGregor. And I'm going to move Moy up and put Hatate in here. Might need to change some of the instructions soon if we don't see anything. In terms of match momentum, it looks as though Rangers have started the second half a lot better than what we have. And they're going to go short from this goal kick and try and build from the back. Vickers is in there, though, to stop that from happening. Here's Moritz Jens. O'Reilly. Garnacho sends one over for Kyogo. And it's right at Alan McGregor. Triple change coming for Rangers. I'll take off James Tavernier. That's a weird sub. But here we go. Can we get something from the corner kick? Aaron Moy swings it in. Cleared away. We do get it, but nothing comes of it. I don't want to have to... Would this go to a replay? It would, wouldn't it? I don't want to have to go through another derby. Not yet, anyway. I can't, I can't be bothered recording 3 derby episodes in the space of, 6 episodes. Oh, we might not need to. Rangers have taken the lead from range. Alfredo Morelos scores... Oh no. Oh no. Once again, goalkeeping questionable. It's a good strike from Morelos, don't get me wrong, but Siegrist has to do a little bit better, and with their third shot on target, they have managed to score, and we need to think about change. We do need to think about change. Now, in terms of subs, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to play out the defence anymore. We need to just be a bit more direct with what we're doing, because... Yeah, we just need to be a bit more direct in transition, counter, distribute quickly, get it to the playmakers, throw it long. I'm changing quite a lot here. Since I feel like since I've put on stay on feet, we've not been as good. Maybe I should just accept the yellow cards. Maybe that should just be a part of our game. We have got 2 more subs left to make. We could bring on Liela back. I'm going to bring on Abada, and we've got 1 more. Maida up front is the only kind of logical change left to do something in this game. And I don't know if it's going to be the smartest change, but we're going to have to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to bring on Maida because Kyogo's done nothing. And if we just keep staring at Kyogo waiting for him to do something, we're going to get nothing. I know FM, I've played it that long, that players very rarely get themselves out of the ditches that they're in. So I miss Giacomakis. He was on fire. He was on fire. And he's not here for another couple weeks, I think. But we really need to get the ball. We really need to do something. And Rangers look as though the team are going to do something. And Morelos from range again into the hands of Siegrist. We're going to have to go very attacking. I'm going to have to fire this mob up or something because we are going out. The treble is about to go. If we don't do something in the next 3 minutes, it's going to go. Oh, here's a chance, Moy. Oh, he's hit over everybody. Oh, Maida's lost it. You're useless. Bald. So bald. Morelos is... What is... Morelos is fat. How's he running the length for this? Slips in for our field. We're out the cup. It's 3 losses in a row in one episode. And one of them was a Derby game. Ah, this is sickening. 3 losses in the bounce and we're out the cup. I think we need to rethink some things. I don't want to overreact, but this has not been good. And there you go. Just like that. Rangers 2, Celtic. This should be a lost episode, this. I'm going to throw a water bottle. Fuck them. That appear to lack belief. I shouldn't have threw the water bottle. But I don't even want to talk about it. Oh my god. 2-0. We're out the cup. There will be no treble in the first season. I am just saddened. Saddened that this is the way this episode has went. 1 win would have been nice. It's the fact we lost to St Mirren as well. I did not see this going the way it's went. There's your episode today, boys. 3 losses and a bounce. I'll end it there. Cheerio.